there, I'm Lisa. I'm here with Nasli at the Green Market. We're here today to talk about cannabis and harm reduction.
Yes, we are here doing some harm reduction, particularly for people who have not tried cannabis edibles in the past. So we just have a check-in at the front of the door where we ask you if they've used cannabis previously, and if not, and even if they have but just want some more information, we have some literature on what you can expect when using cannabis edibles, just to prepare people for the duration of the trip that they can expect, and also starting off slow. We have some samples at the market, so allowing people to just know that they should take it easy, especially if they don't have experience, is something that we're trying to do, some harm reduction here.
Yeah, so we have some awesome cards from DanceSafe, which is a 501c3 in California, which I'm on the board of directors for. So DanceSafe produces harm reduction literature on drugs and how to use drugs safely. So cannabis is one of the substances that they have information on. And what else do we have here today?
We also have some literature from Vancouver Coastal Health that has some of the tips that I was mentioning before, in addition to things such as being conscious about your age before you consume cannabis in terms of brain development literature, and also being aware of what strain you're using, being aware of your own mental health situation. So Vancouver Coastal Health also has a resource called Taking Care with Cannabis, which is also a good piece of literature that we're handing out here today.
Yeah, so the Taking Care with Cannabis pamphlet emerged from Vancouver Coastal Health after there was a few overdoses at 420 a few years back. I think it was 2015. They had like over 60 hospitalizations. So that pamphlet emerged, and we have it at all of our events at the front for people to check out.
My name's Joanne Baker, also known as Puff Mama. We're in the back of my club. Today it's the Green Market. Usually we do stand-up comedy out of here, but today it's mad chaos. And yeah, I feel pretty safe, and I feel really high, actually. I'll be honest there. That's going on. Oh, well, I love my edibles. I don't know if anyone knows me, but they know I do. And I just think it's an interesting way to showcase this. Because sometimes, especially with the government, is very concerned about edibles, and rightfully so, because there's not a regulatory board right now saying this is how you do it, like there is with liquor. It's good to see a well-mitigated situation, like by having the trip people out front and Lisa engaging everything as everyone walks in. So I like it. We're in Riverside in Toronto at Queen and Broadview, and yeah, usually not open during the day, so I'm just waking up. But we, like I said, we do stand-up comedy and events out of here 5 nights a week. So you can check out what I'm doing at puffmama.ca.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm here at Green Market, our Bloody Valentine's Day edition. It's really great. We had a great turnout despite a snowstorm. We teamed up with Smash Ping Pong Lounge, and they're allowing for all our customers to go in there for free, play some ping pong, and just have a good time. This is a great event today. It's our first one back since our one before the New Year's. There's so many great things here. There's like gluten-free, there's vegan. Mainly what I want to highlight is how the vendors, that we've asked them to keep a certain standards that we hope would meet with the recommendations. So having lab testing, child-proof packaging, ingredients list, nutrition, and basically, even though an object might be ideal for children, you still have to remember, like, kids get into anything, and we're just showing you how you can keep it a safe environment. So if you do have kids, you know, it won't get into the wrong hands. We also have Trip, our harm reduction team, and they're teaching people how to ingest edibles. So a lot of people here have never tried it before, so it's important to know your dose. Go slow, go low. You can always go front, you can't go back. So that's our thing here. And Lisa and I are really excited about where edibles are going to go in the next year. We're definitely going to have one once a month. We're always looking for different kind of spaces. We're trying to keep it unique and different. So having the ping pong lounge, as well as being at the Underground Comedy Club. Joey is a long-time activist, one of the original. She's one of the original bakers in the city, so she taught me how to bake. She taught so many people how to, create their own edibles. So she's a real trailblazer, which is why we chose to come to the Underground today. We also have Big Norm. He's a Green Market vendor, a comic as well, and he's currently in Thailand. awaiting trial from having a gram of weed on him. Even though he is a medical patient, it's quite different over there. So we're supporting him today with our raffle, raising money to help with his lawyer fees. And we're so lucky here in Canada that we're even allowed to do this, right? So we're just gonna try to find really cool venues and have Lyft. I was like, who's that? And have a Lyft after party. I'm just killing people with my nails. So we don't have exact dates of anything yet, but it will be around Lyft. There will be one around 420, and there will be one in March. So stay tuned. You can go on our Facebook at Green Market Toronto, or you can go on our Instagram, which is Green Market TO, and you can email us at torontogreenmarket@gmail.com as well. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Brent from Dankr.ca.
Yeah, we're from Dankr.ca. We're at the Green Market in the Underground Cafe. It's going great. It's cool. It's a smaller venue than they often have, but it means that you get to really talk to the vendors. It's packed. There's so many people here having so much fun.
It's a great cannabis venue. You can do some dabs, smoke if you want to, and just go around at your own pace and learn about the different vendors that are here and learn about the products that they're offering.
We actually published an article just earlier this week about all the dispensary raids since Justin Trudeau came to power. There's 141. You can go on, check out the article. It's going to be right up there, and you can see all of them with the articles of the raids, what happened.
On that article, you have links to all of our actual individual articles that says who was involved in the raid and what people were arrested and how much was seized from it. So you can find all that information there and all the list. As previously mentioned, we have 143 or 41 to this day. We have 141 raids to this day, and more are continuing to be added. So stay in checking there for updated facts for all the raids under Justin Trudeau's power in the past over a year and a half. All across Canada, they're all covered from BC to Newfoundland, and a lot of them, as you guys know, happening in Toronto and Ontario.
And you see dispensary raids really often, but at the same time, actually seeing them all in one place, it's every 2 or 3 days, there's a dispensary raid. And these are patients, right? No matter what you say, the evidence is there. Marijuana is medicine, and the Supreme Court said that people should be able to get their medicine and consume it however they want to. And so the needless persecution is ridiculous.
And I'm not sure if people are aware, but for over a month, the police did not post any of public records of people getting raided in Toronto. They just raided people, took their medicine, and never told the public about it. So the public couldn't really rally around it. Look, 141 raids for under the power of a prime minister that said it should all be legalized and we want to keep it out of criminal hands. That's what we're trying to do, but they keep raiding these people that are trying to provide medicine to patients from patients. It's just really too bad. So go to Dankr.ca and you can find the 141 different raids that happen in all the sources there. We're having a great time out here. They're Valentine's Day edition. We've got 9 different vendors. A lot of great products and a lot of lab testing in here. Everything's very official. It's great to see how the market's grown over the past few months and to see how high quality it is now.
Yeah, there's lots of samples too. Don't forget the samples. They're great. You could try before you buy. Really see what edibles are going to, what works for you, what tastes good, what you like to have, and then you can buy it right there. You can talk to the owners, really get to know these companies.
You can find it all out at Dankr.ca. Check out our event page where we'll keep you updated with all the events in the next Green Market coming up.
How you doing? I'm Robbie. I'm with Royal Pharmacy, located at 1395 Main Street East in Hamilton, Ontario, as well as St. Catharines, Ontario at 243 Welland Avenue. We're here today with the Great Canadian Meds. We got some rosin being pressed live behind us here. Great Canadian Meds is a local up-and-coming solventless extraction company out of the Niagara region of Ontario. A company that we're collaborating with in Great Canadian Meds, a company that we're doing close collaborations with at the moment right now for our shops, again, in Hamilton and St. Catharines. They're very, very ahead in what they're doing in terms of the rosin movement. Some of the best, in my opinion. Personally, I'm not a big rosin guy myself because most rosin out there, in my opinion, has that like burnt flavor. It's pressed very high, and a lot of particulate is pressed through and comes through in the product and the flavor. And something I personally enjoy is a completely unadulterated flavor profile of the strain. And that's something that these guys seem to be doing very well. And that's something that we wanted to put light on, is how well these guys are making meds. And one of their guys is he's blind, and like that's kind of irrelevant, but he makes the best rosin. His senses are so much different than the average person. So just the love and care and affection that goes into what he makes is just, it's unheard of. In my opinion, it's really some of the best on the market right now. It's up there with West Coast Collective, West Coast Concentrates, like Buddhist Private Reserve. Easily, it's going to be some of the best in Canada. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. And you can probably expect to see it in some cups to come. And for anyone out there making rosin, you should expect something big coming. And get it at Royal Pharmacy. The cities are actually trying to shut us down, similar to what they did with Project Claudia back in, I think, May and June of 2016 in Toronto. They went after the landlords after they went after a lot of the owners, and that didn't work. So they decided to go after the landlords with scare tactics, saying, if you don't evict these people, we're going to come after you with criminal charges, et cetera, which is, it's complete bull. It's a scare tactic. It's not legal. It's completely against our rights. So it's another hurdle that we have to get over, and it's something they're trying to pull on us in Hamilton right now. So with the Project Claudia raids happening last year, a lot of that had to do with edibles, medibles, and the safe handling. Edibles not being made properly in licensed kitchens and regulated in a proper manner. So the green market is actually giving companies that have otherwise been shunned out of the community at the moment, or as it seems, it's actually giving them a spot to get their medicine and their amazing products out to the people that need them, because they're everywhere. Like, I'm one of them. I need them. And you're not only hurting me by going after the dispensaries, you're hurting all of us. Like, everyone in this room and everyone across Canada that loves this plant. So once again, this is Great Canadian Meds, pressing some rosin live here.
Hey, Dave, check it out. We got company. All right, this is a new generation. We got the Sasquatch press here. Make things happen and freshly squeezed. Get your own. Check out Great Canadian Meds. We got an Instagram account. If you want to hit us up on Instagram, you can check us out, direct message. We can keep in touch. Here you go.
Canadian_meds, CANNADIAN_meds, MEDS.
Yeah, man, that's straight fire there, buddy. Straight gas. Can you see that? Man.
Gasoline. I don't always dab rosin, but when I do, it's the Great Canadian Meds. Absolutely.
2463. 2463. And just unfortunately, we are going to shut down at 6 o'clock because there's a comedy show tonight, so you're welcome to stay for it later, but you have to leave and come back. So you can always go to Ping Pong Place or Dangerous Dance, which is also recommended when you're high. On their menu, they have little weed leaves. So whenever you're like really high, you're like, what should I eat? Just look for the weed leaves. So it'll tell you. So thank you guys.
Yeah, so I'm Emmy from Extreme Infusions. We're an infusion company that makes olive oil, maple syrup, and honey. And we have a THC line as well as a CBD line. We do CBD, honey, maple syrup, and olive oil, as well as THC, maple syrup, honey, and olive oil. We work with a farmer here in Ontario who we get our honey and our maple syrup from, and then we use an imported olive oil. It's a shelf-stable product that people can use multiple times at home and keep in their cupboard or their fridge and use when they need it. The event was amazing today. We've been doing the green market ourselves pretty much since the beginning, and this was one of the busiest ones thus far. It was absolutely amazing. People were really responsive, asking lots of great questions, and really just looking for information on what we're all doing and how to help medicate themselves. So sadly, I've cleaned up at this point, but I was basically just doing honey on a stick today, some straight maple syrup samples, and then we had a balsamic and olive oil dip with some fresh bread. Yeah, people were loving it. ExtremeInfusions.com is our website. We're also available on the Green Market website, Marketplace, local dispensaries, all the way from Prince Edward Island to London, Ontario. So we're out there.
Hey everybody, I'm Angelina Blessed from Blessed Edibles, part of the Stay Blessed Collective, where we are a bunch of athletes that are looking to medicate in different ways for our pain relief needs and train, treat, and repeat. Today we're in the East End, which I never go to, and we're in Puff Mama's amazing cave. So this has been a really successful Bloody Valentine edition of the Toronto Green Market, and we're super stoked to be here as always. A lot of information went out today to a lot of really great patients, and we're building quite the collective of wonderful people that are here to learn more about cannabis and all of the medicinal benefits of it. I'm a Muay Thai fighter and calisthenics athlete. I started Blessed Edibles about 3.5 years ago as a way for myself to not be taking any painkillers. I've had a lot of injuries and accidents, so with the sport that I do, being a full contact martial art. So with the injuries involved, I started smoking cannabis to try to get off the painkillers that the doctors were prescribing to me, and I found that cannabis had way better recovery benefits than anything that they could give me from a pharmacy. So I didn't like how smoking was affecting me at my running, because I have to run every day. So I started to make edibles to get the medication into myself. The edibles that were on the market were all really filled with sugar. So when you have inflammation in the body, it doesn't really make sense to be medicating with edibles that have a lot of sugar. It's just kind of counterintuitive. So I started to do vegan, gluten-free, just better, healthier options, and it's been very successful for us. Today, our Cannabis completely sold out, so that's an infused fermented tea, really high in probiotics, really great for stomach issues. Of course, our chocolate and cookies also do really well. Our chocolate is vegan, gluten-free. Everything we do is made in a commercial space. Check us out on Instagram at Blessed Edibles or blessededibles@gmail.com. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Now we're going to have a little debate about the future of legalization. So when is legalization coming, Nasli? I heard it was coming on 420. Is that still happening?
Well, at the United Nations General Assembly special session on drugs last year, Minister Philpott announced that they would table legislation in spring of 2017. So spring arguably means April. So perhaps on that day, if the Liberal government has a really awesome sense of humor. But that will be around the time that we can expect to see it. Of course, implementation until we see on the ground legalization actually happen will take much longer than that. We're looking at 2018, hopefully before the end of it.
So I hear that the Liberal Party is having their convention on 420 in 2018. Sarah, are we going to throw a party?
Absolutely. We're going to throw a party even if they don't.
So yeah, stay tuned for Green Market, April 20th, 2018. Liberals, we're coming for you.
Yay, harm reduction.
The end.